Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything.
Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, episode 146 of The Brink of Sanity show.
Heyo!
We have Leon and nobody else right now.
Hey, can I at least get a golf clap? I'm actually fucking back, dude. It's been a fucking long ass time, Jason.
It
since
has.
I've been on your,
It has.
on your show.
And-
Life sometimes gets in the way, man, but I'm fucking stoked to be back for part 2 of the show.
We had to end last episode a little prematurely.
Yes.
Some drama going on, but...
But no, I mean, let's not taint it by saying drama. We had somebody who was a guest host. I think he did well. I think he served his purpose. I think his name pretty much fit him pretty well.
yeah,
But things had to kind of be cut short.
they did. So we're back, and
Yes.
we're going to do another episode for you.
Absolutely.
We have a top 5. We have some news stories we want to go over.
Fuck you, Irene.
And yeah, I think it's going to be a good episode. So stick around and enjoy.
And join us. Join us on Twitter, and if you want to call in, what's the number, Jay?
631-676-1181. Even when the show is not going on, that's the voicemail. If you want to leave a voicemail, leave a comment, blah blah blah. Leon is at Astoria Bandito, Bandito
On Twitter.
on Twitter, and I am Nick of Sanity, Nick with a K.
If you follow me, I'll appreciate it. If you try to add me on Facebook, you can go fuck yourself.
All right, Leon does not take Facebook requests.
I don't. You know what? It's one of those things where like people like that. You know what? Actually, one of my pet peeves before we even get started on the show.
Yeah.
Because it just came out of nowhere. It's very organic. If I meet you at a bar or just kind of randomly, we don't need to be friends on Facebook. I'm okay with not seeing you ever again. Why? Why friend me on Facebook?
Some people
Follow me on Twitter, man. That's better.
Some people really, really like having Facebook friends.
Yeah, no shit. Listen, if you, I have some friends who have like 700, 800, 900 friends on Facebook. Bullshit. They're not your friends. They're acquaintances, people you casually met here and there.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's
you
what
know
Twitter
that
is
many people.
for.
Yeah, there's no way you know that many people.
That's what Twitter is for. Listen, if we're casual, if you just meet me, follow me on Twitter. Follow my shenanigans. Follow you back.
How many friends do you have on Facebook? And I'm gonna look you up to call you on your bullshit. So how many?
About 100 and something.
100 and something?
Yeah, and they're mostly comprised of college, professional, and high school.
100 and something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. 250.
250.
250. That's more than 100. Still not crazy amount though.
It's people that like, I am 32 years old, so I have had some life experiences. I'm 32. I've come across a lot of people.
Now, did you have exactly 250 on purpose? Because that's a pretty round number.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's
Pretty sexy, actually.
Pretty sweet.
No. I usually, I actually deny a lot of requests. I deleted a lot of people only because, like, if you're not, the thing is here with me anyway. If you're on a social network and you're not active on it, then you're just a voyeur, and all you're doing is viewing everybody else's updates. You're not contributing to the conversation. Get cut off. Because what's the point of you having you as a friend? None.
Right.
So like that's kind of my thing. Like if I don't see you post, like I'm not the kind of person who overly posts, because those are pretty fucking annoying.
Well, yeah,
but I do.
But log on and see 20 posts from the same person.
Exactly. But I do take Facebook as a social medium. It's a conversation between all of us. So like I do contribute, maybe like a tweet every couple of days, or if I'm feeling good, if I'm having a good time, especially when I'm traveling, I'll do some more frequent tweets. But if you don't do it,
said tweet on Facebook. I think you just blew up the time space continuum.
oh shit, did I really?
Yeah.
See, I'm more of a Twitterer. A Twitterer. Like Facebook to me is kind of like for me, Facebook is, it's like a fucking high school. It's like opening up a high school yearbook. whatever.
Yeah.
Twitter for me is more of a chance for me to kind of connect with the rest of the world. You know, like there's so many Twitter followers or people that I follow on Twitter who are just kind of doing amazing things like around the world trips, or they're fucking doing some cooking or whatever it is. For me, it's more of a connection with the outside world. Whereas with Twitter, it's very kind of internal. It's very kind of
it's like your inner circle.
Exactly. You know, or like people that you used to know. All of a sudden, like, you know, I went to high school with you. I graduated high school in 1997. I'm dating myself, folks. But, you know, it's like, so I'm seeing an old friend that I haven't seen in about 15 years telling me that she's going fishing. Great. you know what I mean? But, like, with Twitter, you know, you get advice on, like, if I say I'm going to go to Barcelona, what should I go eat? Like, what should I go see? You know, what's the new band that I should be listening to? It's just much more interactive in the way that I like it to be interactive. Mm-hmm. Savvy. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I think anybody who has more than, like, 300 or 400 Facebook friends is... You're bordering on crazy because you can't possibly know that many people.
Now, what do you think about the people who like I was saying earlier, like you meet at a bar? Mm-hmm. Casual, or like through friends. You know, let's go ahead and say through friends.
Okay.
Right? And you wake up the next morning and you have a friend request from that person. And you're just like, why do I need to include you in my...
That's iffy. Like, you meet them at the bar. If you want to hang out with them again, like, would I want this person, like, in my apartment? If the answer is yes, you add them. If the answer is no, it was just like... It's almost like dating.
But would you...
one type thing.
But would you go to the extent of extending an invitation to somebody you just met on Facebook?
In real life.
Met on Facebook. Met in real life on Facebook.
I have done that if I thought we had, like, hey, we could be really good friends. Like,
how's that worked out for you?
I keep in touch.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you meet at a bar and you, like, really have a connection and you're like, hey, you know, we can actually hang out and, you know, be friends, I don't see anything wrong with that. If you're just friending anybody you've come across, anybody you've said words to, that's different.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, people that I've had like a 3-hour conversation with, and I think like, hey, I would like to hang out with this person again, I have no problem doing that with.
Okay, fair enough. You know, I'm not some antisocial asshole. You know, so like, I like friends. Friends are great.
I mean, you say
like I want to get more friends. I want to get more friends. The thing is, the reality is actually is that like you think what. When I say you, I'm saying me anyway. Mm-hmm. Like I'll meet a person or a group of people. I'm like, you know what? You guys are fucking rad. I can definitely see us hanging out, having a good time, doing a couple of shots, eating some Thai food, whatever. The reality is, it never materializes.
The reality is, you have a lot more friends than I do on Facebook.
Shut up.
You do,
Mr. Popular, fucking Jason McKenna.
You have 30 more friends than I do.
But you know what it is? You know who those 30 people are? They're people from fucking high school that I haven't seen in over 15 years.
Then why'd you add them?
Because...
That kind of defies your whole argument that you just made.
Touché. My whole argument with that is, you know, it's like people that were friends at one point. You know?
Okay.
So, like in high school, like these probably all high school people. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen them in 15 years. I don't talk to them at all anymore.
Would you?
Absolutely. I mean, okay. if I went back home to Boston and the opportunity arose where we will go out and have a drink, I'd be game.
Okay.
Does that happen? No, because I'm stuck doing what I'm doing. Like, if I go home, I have an initiative, an agenda. I go see friends that I'm still in contact with on a regular basis, my family. They all have babies.
Do you have a lot of people that you're friends with from high school? Like, when you go home, do you have, like, a lot of people to see?
No. No, you know, I'm kind of one of those cats where I have had a lot of friends in high school, but, like, you know, when I go home, there's about 3 dudes that those are my aces, and that's why I even care to see, you know? Mm-hmm. I feel like, you know, the bulk of the people that I stay in contact with anyway are either college friends or they're friends that I made in New York through work.
For any of our high school listeners listening, college friends are the ones that you actually stick with. Your high school friends...
True story.
9 out of 10 of them you'll never talk to again.
True story.
The college friends are the ones you stick with.
Because you know what? Because with the college crowd, that's kind of what... Those are the people that are around when you become...
A real human being.
Like when you come to be.
You're
savvy.
not a real human in high school.
Oh, you're a knucklehead.
Yeah.
And not to say you're not a knucklehead in college, because you clearly
I was a
clearly
complete fuck up in college, but it was closer to a human being than I was in high school.
Yes. I feel like, like in college, you kind of make deeper connections because you're living by yourself. You guys are all on your own. There's a deeper connection there than your knucklehead high school friends.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways. Even if you're a fuck up, you're a fuck up like totally separated from like outside support. Even though you're a fuck up, you're supporting yourself, and you kind of got that connection.
Yeah.
You're
on your own. You're on your own. You know?
Well, for the people who want to wait at college, and if you're commuting in college, you're
and then
really
you should
missing out.
Yeah,
you're really missing out on the real college experience.
If you don't know the experience, stop going to fucking community college. You go to a fucking real school.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
No, that was an asshole comment. Whatever.
No, it's true. I would not recommend community college ever. It's just it's not a good thing to do. It really isn't.
Unless you have a mother who's on crack and
or you get suspended for a year and you have to spend a year somewhere else. May have happened. Anyway, we have
so it's Hurricane Irene.
Yeah, it's the hurricane. You can hear the storm. Oh no, you can't hear anything because nothing is really happening.
So the news, the media have been hyping this thing, Jay, for the last 48 hours, right?
I think like 72 to 100 hours.
Just kind of like really hyping it up, kind of like it's going to be angry, it's heavy, evacuate, yada yada. If you're in zone A, if you're in zone fucking go fuck yourself. Crazy. It's I'm looking at the clock right now. It's 1:05 in Astoria, Queens, New York. We're in northwest Queens, which is by the East River. So we are maybe like half a mile from a river.
Yeah,
we're half a mile
from a large body of water.
From the East River, yeah. And then the Atlantic is like right there. Mm-hmm. Nothing. I mean, it's raining.
But it rains like every couple weeks.
It does. It was windy earlier. I went outside. I was having a butt.
It's also windy every couple weeks.
No fucking wind.
Yeah.
Now, I experienced this bitch. That I tell you the story? Out in Puerto Rico. No, so as you know, the path of a hurricane starts in warm water, usually in the Caribbean, kind of like where Katrina started. Boom, boom, boom. Hit Puerto Rico. Back then it was more of a tropical storm or whatever. It hit in the middle of the night, so like all I heard was like my door going.
Mm-hmm.
And
you slept through that.
Of course I did. I wasn't going to let that stop me from sleeping.
Well, you're a trooper.
I don't know about you, but like I appreciate and I love my sleep.
I would sleep through that. My girlfriend, not so much.
Is she one of those warriors, or is she like a light sleeper?
She's an insanely light sleeper. Like I just go, and she's up for like an hour. So it's bad. Yeah.
But so that went through anyway, and so like we finally woke up at around maybe like 10 in the morning, maybe like 9 or so. We weren't drinking the night before. Actually, we were the night before. Everything shut down, Jay. The restaurants in the neighborhood shut down. The bars shut down. Everything shut down.
That sucks.
So you have a hotel with about like an 1,000 room capacity because it's like it was divided into 3 different towers.
Yep.
So we're trying to get some food. Right? It gets to be like 9:30. Actually, not like 8 at first. Try to order room service. Hey, can I? Oh, sorry, too busy. Kitchen full.
Kitchen full.
Catch your phone, meaning that, like, you know, there were too many orders. They would call me back. So they said, we'll call you back when we can actually take your order in a way that it can be fulfilled. Are you kidding me? I'm in a hotel. How much am I paying to fucking stay here? Whatever. We're on a slide. Got to the point where, like, I was really hungry. And my girlfriend got really hungry. And you know you don't really mess with a hungry woman.
No, you don't.
Woman's got to eat.
You don't.
So we go downstairs and we go to the bar because my solution to everything is always, I'll make it a liquid dinner. Mm-hmm. I'm a drinker. I like to drink. Mm-hmm. So my girlfriend Miyako, not a drinker. Yada yada yada. So we go to the bar. Can we order some food? You know, it's gonna be a wait. Yada yada yada. So we're like, you can't leave the grounds because there's nothing open. Mm-hmm. You can't order food on the grounds. What the fuck?
So how are people getting food? They're just waiting hours and hours and hours?
Well, the thing was is like, you know, like there were restaurants or whatever, and so you have to wait until somebody will leave until you can order your food. So finally we were able to like get into this little corner for a Japanese restaurant. That was on the grounds. This is before the hurricane actually fucking hit. So whatever. So we ended up eating some noodles and drinking some fucking drinks. We go upstairs. Hurricane hits. Boom. Middle of the night. You don't even fucking feel it. I was in Hurricane Andrew back in 94, 93.
Yep.
So like that hurricane actually hits on the. I was living in Miami at the time. That hurricane actually hit Miami during like awake hours, if you know what I mean by that, you know. Mm-hmm. So you hear the wind, like roofs, like not roofs from houses, but from like shacks and whatnot, like our tool shack, fly off, and like lights were off. So we're sitting there like drinking water out of bottles and eating cheese and whatnot. That was fucking heavy. Mm-hmm. This one, I slept through the entire thing. Fucking savvy. Finally, I woke up the following day. I had a rental car, Jay. Mm-hmm. So we had to actually return the car to the rental car place by a certain time. Okay. So we get in the car. We're like, you know, we shouldn't be driving, even though this is kind of like the aftermath of the fucking problem. Whatever. I gotta return the car. I'm not paying any fucking penalties. Get in the car. Finally, get to the fucking place. Shut down. The rental car place called Target.
So you can't even return your
car.
car.
I can't even fucking return my car. And actually, that's the funny. The awesome thing was that I was sitting there, so I'm like, you know, like, I got my hand slamming on the horn. Nothing. And so I'm going to leave.
So is there like there's a big parking lot and there's a gate that's locked?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. There's like a big gate that like has to be open for any cars to go in and out.
Mm-hmm. So you like open up the fucking gate.
I'm like, open it up, let me in, let me drop this off. I want to go back to the hotel.
Yeah,
kind of thing. You know, like I want to go pack. I want to go home.
Yeah, obviously your vacation's over. It's fucking shitty. It's not going to get any better.
Exactly. My intention was to wake up that Monday actually. Go to the beach, go to the pool, get some color, do a couple of laps, go home, go back to the hotel, take a shower, hop on a plane, go back to New York. Go to work the next day.
You actually get color?
I do. Can you tell?
You have way more color than I've probably ever had. I don't.
You white Irish bastard.
I'm Irish. I'm Irish and Italian, and as far as skin color, I got all the Irish. I do not color at all.
Are you the kind of person that kind of gets a little red underneath their eyelids? They're like next.
No, I get instant like sun poisoning. Like it's not even like a little.
Do you tan? Do you tan?
Not at all.
Do you just get red?
I burn and peel, and then I'm twice as white as before I even.
Which, by the way, listen. Here's my PSA for the show. Okay. If you go snorkeling, let me repeat that. If you go snorkeling, okay, don't be a knucklehead like I was. Let me tell you what happened to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm in Puerto Rico, so we're having a good time. We go on a catamaran. We're going out drinking. I'm like you. I'm very fair skinned. Mm-hmm. You know, so like I burn very easily. And so I go ahead. So we're on a catamaran. We're drinking Hurricanes, ironically enough. And I apply it on my chest, on my arms, on my face, on my fucking legs, everywhere.
Well, you want to be prepared.
Except
Oh.
4, the area that's actually exposed to the sun when you're snorkeling.
So
And what's that?
So if you're snorkeling, you're laying on your stomach.
And what's exposed?
Probably your backside.
Ding, ding, ding.
So you didn't put any lotion on your back at all?
Dude, I put nothing on my back whatsoever. Let me just proceed to say that it got red really quick. I don't know if you guys see what Jay's wearing right now, but he's wearing a blood red shirt. Mm-hmm. Dude,
Blood.
this part of my fucking back got red. And if you ever had, like you said earlier, like, it burned, it got red, because you're literally poisoning your skin. Mm-hmm. I was sitting there trying to apply aloe, crying like a fucking baby. Mm-hmm. So, I can go on about this, but one thing is that if you go snorkeling, apply fucking lotion on your back. Because it was the fucking worst feeling ever. Because I literally peeled a layer of skin.
How do you even sleep when you're doing that?
I couldn't. I applied the aloe, let it sit, and the aloe would only work for like so long. Take it off, apply some more. Wake up at 6 in the morning, boom, do it again. It was the fucking worst, dude. Such a fucking rookie fucking mistake. Mm-hmm. And I've done my share of travel. So that happened. Then the hurricane happened, and then I come to fucking New York. I come back home, folks. I officially went on vacation yesterday. I'm supposed to be in Cape Cod right now. This happens.
You know what I have to do?
What the fuck?
You know what I have to do?
What?
Not only do I have to put suntan lotion on my back, I have to put suntan lotion on my bald spot.
No.
That's really fucking depressing.
No.
I didn't even know I had a bald spot until I got a sunburn on my bald spot.
No.
And I said, oh yeah, I have to add that to the routine now.
No.
Yeah. It burns pretty easily, actually. When you've been covered by hair for a good portion of 30 years, yeah, and then it's suddenly not, it burns pretty quickly.
Stop, dude.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh.
Pretty poor. So, yep, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna do our top 5 things that we did in preparation of the hurricane, and then you'll enjoy that. So we'll be back in a minute. Goodbye.
I need a garage door opener for my balls.
What the fuck?
I don't like the smell that usually forms down there if I go for a couple days without washing.
I'm proud of you.
It smells like onions wrapped in asshole.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, Dad, remember that one time I got that cock stuck in my ass?
He just went over legs and arms.
In a truck not too hard to locate, featuring painted images of a peeled banana, the exposed pot shaped like a condom, and a shirtless man saying, "I protect myself." To you.
What kind of fucking question is this?
I'm the host of the show, and I get put down on every episode.
I love you, Tim.
John is a man of God.
Shed his precious blood.
Shed his precious blood.
And died.
And died.
Oh, my sin. And now the 3 guys that taught your mom that thing you like. It's Minor Detail.
MinorDetailPodcast.com.
Let's cut to the chase. I'm DJ, and I do a little something called the Green Light Show. Now, I want you to be a fan of the show, so I'm making you listen to this sample. And these girls, they think, oh, as long as I show off my tits, I'm fat. I'll wear this skin-tight shirt and show off all my tits.
Yeah, I see
That'll
that.
look real good.
I see that a lot actually, and it's rather disgusting.
And I've heard these girls, they'll say stuff like, well, you're looking.
Yeah, because I want to throw up.
Yeah, just because I'm looking at your enormous exposed tits, that doesn't mean I like them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like driving by a car wreck, if I were to see a 6-year-old boy's head smashed and run over by an SUV, just because I can't look away, that doesn't mean I like the way it looks. I went to go see Toy Story 3.
My bad.
I don't mean to spoil the movie for anybody, but Andy dies.
Does he get AIDS?
Andy gets AIDS in Toy Story 3 from a gay orgy. He got drunk. He went up to
at college.
The plot of this is it shows Andy leaving his parents in the beginning, his mom's house.
Yeah, his single mom.
Where the fuck is Andy's dad?
His mom's a single mom.
So the opening scene is just Andy going, "Out of here, mom, fuck off!" And Andy drives off to his college,
smoking weed.
Andy gets to college, and the first thing he opens the door to his new apartment, and his roommates, who he's never met, are in there. They go, "Hey, Andy, rub this on your tongue." Andy starts fucking all these dudes. It's a big giant orgy.
Wow.
It's like gays and lesbos and normals, and they're all just intertwined fucking.
That's weird.
And then Woody shows up, but it's not Woody. It's Andy's dick with a cowboy hat on it. And he goes, "Check out my Woody!" If you like what you hear, head on over to greenlightshow.com. You can find out everything about the show right from the homepage. greenlightshow.com. See you there.
We're back.
Hey.
So you went out and inspected.
Yeah, so I went outside, had a quick look as to what's going on. It's intensified.
Okay.
The rain is getting a bit heavier, a bit thicker, if you will. The winds are definitely picking up, and mind you, we're still outside of the perimeter of the hurricane's reach, if you will, or its diameter. Nonetheless, it's causing some heavy rain here in Astoria. We're in Astoria, which is in the northwest part of Queens, a neighborhood that does border the East River. So we do share the East River with the east side of Manhattan. The rain's definitely picking up. It's getting windier. It's getting heavier. And mind you, the outskirts of the parameter of the hurricane hasn't even reached our borders yet, because as of right now, the eye of the hurricane is still in Virginia. Nonetheless, it is definitely being felt here in New York City.
All right, so we'll see what happens.
So we'll see what happens. As this podcast progresses, we'll go outside, give you some other updates. The streets of Astoria, Queens, are vacant, which is extremely rare for a Saturday night.
And so far, it's not any worse than a normal rainstorm.
Well, it's I guess a bit different in the sense that the winds are a bit stronger than we're used to.
Is it really windy out?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. The winds definitely picked up. They were saying that during the hurricane, we should be expecting about 55 to 75 miles per hour winds. Right now, I'm no expert in the Doppler system, but those are pretty heavy winds. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely intensifying.
Okay.
So that's that, man. Just a quick update on what's happening. Jay and I are dry and playing it cool here in the studio. But the winds outside of us, bro, they're picking up.
I've been having some weird shit happen in my apartment. And I don't know what to make of it, actually.
Do tell.
Well, yesterday my girlfriend comes home. She sees mail in the mailbox. She doesn't have the key on her, so she goes in. I come home maybe 10 minutes later. I look. We have like little grill marks in the mailbox so we can see when there's mail there.
Yep.
I see mail in the mailbox too. I don't have the key either, so I come in. We say, "Oh, just give me this huge hurricane. Let's go buy a couple things first." We weren't in the freak out mode where we were buying 24 cases of water or anything.
You're one of those people.
I got LASIK and I ran out of eye drops, and if you got LASIK, you would know that your eyes get insanely dry pretty much like every hour on the hour. So you need to put these drops in. So I went to go get drops. Anyway, came back, and mailbox is empty. Kind of weird.
But you saw mail in there before.
So we both did. If it was just me, guys are a little unobservant. You know, you come home, the girlfriend puts in a new set of curtains. You have no idea. That's just what guys do. You know, they don't notice that kind of shit.
True.
We both saw it, so it was a little bit more than a coincidence. Also, my girlfriend had lost the key. She had called me before I got home and said, I lost the key. Can you look for it on the way home? I probably lost it between, A and B blocks. Keep your eyes open. Didn't find the key. Now the mail's missing. We're like, well, that's, not good. Wake up this morning. The key is at the foot of my bed, and I go out to the mailbox, and the mailbox is full of mail.
Now, should we preface this by saying that not only you, but your girlfriend have had some supernatural experiences in this apartment?
You could take me out of that. My girlfriend has had supernatural experiences, like, multiple times.
Yeah.
In every apartment we've been in, so... Okay, so it seems like I can't even talk about what is going on, because
this house is spooked.
Yeah, as soon as I do that, the entire computer crashes. So we just went through a restart, and
very weird.
Yeah, very weird. Anyway, I think I said the key was at the foot of the bed. The mail was back in the mailbox when I went out there, and just very strange.
Yeah. I think for the sake of we would love to continue with the podcast. I think that Jay, for the safety of me, call me selfish if you will, I think I'm going to go home and unfortunately have to cut this podcast short. The winds outside are intensifying. The winds are getting heavier. The rain is definitely coming down, and I think maybe it's time for me to go home.
Okay. So we were going to do the top 5 things we're doing in preparation of the hurricane, but now the hurricane's here, so...
Wait, so how long do you think it will do for us to do the top 5? Can we do it in the next 20 minutes?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's... I don't live that far away. Listen, if you think we do it in 20 minutes, I was just outside. It's coming down, but we are on a mission, so let's do it.
Okay, let's do it real quick. All right, my number 5, stocked up on liquor, which you could probably tell if you're listening to the show. Bought a shitload of liquor. Not very safe, but I don't think this is going to be as bad as advertised.
Katrina.
And if I'm going to be here with maybe no power, or even if I have power, but there's no public transportation, nothing else to do, I want liquor.
But you know what I fucking hate? I hate every single fucking person and their fucking grandmother saying, "Oh, I'm all stuck up for the hurricane. Here's a picture of 10 bottles of wine or 2 cases of beer or 5 bottles of fucking vodka." I said, "Oh, like that got fucking old fast."
It did.
Like if your interpretation is, I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna be quirky and fun and I'm gonna be funny and I'm gonna show you a picture of booze instead of food.
And you know what? I actually didn't buy any of this in the last 6 days. I use that as one of my top 5, but I actually had all this liquor here.
But listen, you know what? One thing is to buy the booze and take it home. Mm-hmm. One thing is to go on Facebook or Twitter and brag about, "Oh, I just bought 3 bottles of vodka because I'm prepping for the hurricane." Mm-hmm. But listen, I did the same thing. I bought some bottles of wine and some fucking booze. But I don't need to let you know that. What am I bragging about? Cut it out. People who do that are stupid.
All right, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is, I guess I did stock up on I was looking to stock up on a bottle of booze. I was looking for Absolute Hurricane. I don't think that even exists.
Is there an Absolute Hurricane?
I don't think so, but I hope there is. But all I got stuck
Probably
with was a Bay Breeze.
Bay Breeze.
Zing!
All right. My number 4 was to go to local places like Walgreens and Rite Aid and laughed at everyone panicking and buying 60 bottles of water. Because people were pulling up shopping carts full of water. We're not going to run out of water. It's not like water's going to get turned off and there's going to be no water for anybody. I understand having a couple backup bottles. But the people buying, like, shopping carts full...
You're fired.
Yeah.
My fourth one is, hey, the Scorpions called Irene, and unless you're gonna do it in an arena, you can go fuck yourself.
The Scorpions what?
The Scorpions called and said, Irene, unless you're gonna do it in an arena, you can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
And unless you know music and you understand that the Scorpions put on a song called Record Like a Hurricane, you can also go fuck yourself.
Since we're on a playlist, I made a Hurricane playlist.
You're one of those.
I did, yeah.
No, that's what do you got?
Well, you gotta get festive. You know,
That's what do you got?
Bob Dylan, Hurricane,
Obviously.
great song. Anyway,
A brilliant 7-minute song.
it is. If you want to spend the best 7 minutes of your life, maybe play that.
And if I can just interject real quick, if you're gonna listen to the song, watch the movie, read the book.
Yeah, read books, dummies. Especially if we're gonna have no power, maybe you should think about that.
It's a true story.
Yeah, it is a true story. I don't know if Hurricane's innocent or not, though.
Huh?
I don't know if Hurricane is innocent or not. Hurricane was a boxer who got accused for murder, and Bob Dylan's song is saying he got accused because he was black and he was in the area.
In Jersey. Yeah.
He may have done it.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. If he did do it, Bob Dylan's song is kind of...
Void.
Yeah. But you know what? If you don't listen to the lyrics, it's still fucking awesome.
But the whole thing is like, you know, like Bob Dylan is a storyteller, and obviously, like, you know, I hope that the listeners who will listen to the show know Bob Dylan's music, and he's an advocate, and he's a brilliant songwriter. Not only is he a songwriter, but he's a storyteller. Mm-hmm. And even if what happened in the story is true or false, nonetheless, great movie, great book. And it's a brilliant story to tell through song.
Yeah, agreed. Had to have Scorpions rock you like a hurricane. I mean,
of course.
Gotta have that.
Of course.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, Couldn't Stand the Weather.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm into it.
Tom Waits, Rain Dogs.
Wow, you fucking digging deep here.
Hey, you know, I'm a musical...
I like it.
You know?
I like it.
Pink Floyd, the entire album of Obscured by Clouds.
I don't know that one.
Ooh.
I like the title, though.
Very, very good album. Nobody knows about that album.
Except for Mr. McKenna, apparently.
I'm a music aficionado. So what's your number 3?
My number 3 is, if you're replacing Eileen for Irene, you can go fuck yourself.
You failed.
It's Irene. And people are like, come on, I'm sorry, it's Eileen. People are like, come on, Irene. No. The song is Eileen. The Hurricane's Irene. You lose.
You have joined millions of other people who have misinterpreted these lyrics. My number 2 is queuing up a good Netflix lineup, because if I'm going to be stuck in the house, I got to have something to watch.
So what in your world constitutes a good Netflix lineup?
It constitutes a half of a season of 6 Feet Under, because I watch every show 10 years after it airs.
I was going to say, I stopped watching that show like fucking 10 years ago, dude.
Mark and I had a big debate last year about how I haven't watched The Wire yet, and then I finally watched The Wire.
I haven't seen that show.
Apparently, you're even more behind than me.
Apparently. But at least I've watched 6 Feet Under.
I have not watched 6 Feet Under. I am now proud to announce that I am in the middle of the 3rd season, and I prepared accordingly for the Hurricane.
Folks.
And I have discs 2 and 3 of season 3 waiting for me should I be locked in this weekend.
That show is one of those shows that every single episode isn't going to blow your mind, and that's not the objective. It's one of those shows that cohesively, collectively, just makes sense.
And by the end of the season, you're like, that was a
you know what I mean?
good
Like
story.
it just comes together like a puzzle piece.
And I would say that about The Wire too.
But I watched the first episode of The Wire. Couldn't get into it.
The Wire, I gotta say, is probably the slowest starting series I've ever seen.
Oh my god! Because all I saw was the first 3-4 episodes. I stopped.
I would say the first 5 or 6 are all really slow. It's you got to really commit to that show to get into it.
But I've heard of great things about it. For sure.
It gets really good, but you got to commit like 7 hours before you're even mildly interested in it.
Damn.
And I was done. I was completely done. I had 2 roommates and a girlfriend who were all into it, and I watched it because they said they wanted to see more. And it really took like 7 or 8 episodes for me to actually be into it.
No, we ended up renting it on Netflix ourselves, and we watched the first 3-4 episodes, and we just couldn't get into it. And but I had this guy at work, Corey. Never forget you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. The show's biggest cheerleader, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Like he swore by the show. Like he was like. He would come home. He would come to work. I'm sorry, and he would come to the office on a Monday and be like, "The episode yesterday was fucking brilliant." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about."
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it a shot. Because everybody swears by it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to spend 6 hours to even be mildly interested in it, probably not the show for you.
I think I'm gonna give it a shot again. Without Marissa, without my girlfriend this time. She's very quick to judge. She kind of likes to see like immediate kind of responses. I was all about The Wire. A woman was like, "No," so I'm like, "Okay."
If I'm going to recommend a drama, I'm going to recommend Battlestar Galactica.
Nerd.
Fucking awesome.
Fucking nerd.
Don't care. So good. So good.
Nah.
I dare you to recommend a series better than that.
I did already. It's called 6 Feet Under. Thanks.
So far, Battlestar tops it.
So I actually have this other friend, like a good friend of mine, who actually like I trust and value his opinion.
Not me.
And he said to me, "LB, oh, this is actually before you,
Okay.
before you even brought it up."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, LB, you've got to watch Battlestar." And I'm like, you know what? I'm not a big sci-fi kind of guy. I'm not. Yes, like Star Wars. The sexology or whatever the word is for that, whatever the term is for that. It's like I never watched Star Wars. Like I never really got into any of that jazz.
How did you grow up in the 80s and not watch the original trilogy of Star Wars?
No, not Star Wars. I'm sorry. I meant to say
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Okay, well that's understandable.
Obviously, like Star Wars, just like my jam, right?
Yeah, I'm not a Star Trek guy either.
So I never really got into that, and like I never really got into all the like that heavy sci-fi kind of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy was like, "Dude, it doesn't matter." Like,
yeah, no, it doesn't.
He's like, "You would love Battlestar Galactica," and I'm like, "Nerd." He's like, "Cut it out." I'm like, "You're a nerd," and he's like, "Dude, it's fucking pretty rad." And so like, you're like the second person who's actually been like, "LB, watch this fucking show."
Yep.
So, but like, I don't want like over the top sci-fi.
It's not over the top.
I mean, I don't want over the top sci-fi. Like, it's not my thing.
It's actually so not over the top. I would actually recommend it to females too.
Really?
And in fact, if you want to watch it again, I want my girlfriend to watch it, so I will watch it with you.
So what happens in this show that's so like drawing?
It's a lot of character development, so that like it's not just a sci-fi drama. It's actually like mainly like character related. So,
but you're on a spaceship.
Yes, but that's just like the background. It's not like Star Trek is a spaceship show with other characters.
For sure.
This is a bunch of characters that happen to be on the spaceship. So it's secondary. Just like I would say, like Walking Dead. It is a character-developed show with zombies in
Is
it.
that like saying Breaking Bad is?
I haven't seen Breaking Bad.
Is that like saying like it's a show about a guy selling meth as opposed to saying like it's a show about meth that being sold by a guy?
Well, I mean, it's different. I mean, those are two different things. I mean, if it's more based on the character who happens to be doing something.
So I'm asking, like, what is that? Like, is it meth being sold by a guy, or is it a guy selling meth?
Well, this I would say it's a guy selling meth because it focuses on the actual characters and happens to be in a sci-fi atmosphere, which is why I would actually recommend this to like my girlfriend because it's interesting.
Is it like a telenovela?
It's like what? Was that in English? A telenovela?
A telenovela.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that like Sábado Gigante?
Sábado Gigante. I like how you know about that, though.
I do. I love that show.
No, you don't.
I don't speak.
When do you watch Sábado Gigante? It is on Saturdays, by the way.
It's like the equivalent of like the man shows hot girls jumping on trampolines. It's a bunch of dirty old men with a bunch of hot girls. I have no idea what the fuck's going on, but if it's on and I'm drinking and I have like music on and like that channel on, it's not a bad combo.
I don't know.
You fucking know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. Anyway, my number one is post on Facebook, OMG, it's a hurricane. Which I will join the masses of about 99% of all my friends doing.
I just hate overreactions. I hate people who try to convince me to fill my bathtub up with water. And
Might have been me.
or who are like overly concerned that I don't have enough bottled water or that I don't have flashlights. Calm the fuck down. I've lived through many hurricanes. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So you're just not joining the crowd of the over preparation.
And no, you know what? Like these are northeastern Americans who have never really experienced something like this. Like you lived through Gloria.
Gloria was the craziest.
And Gloria was what? Like what year? Like
85.
85.
85.
Like I've lived through hurricanes. Like it's yes. The worst thing that could ever happen with a hurricane is that you lose power.
Mm-hmm.
Losing power sucks.
Does.
But look on the upside. When you lose power, you don't have TV, you don't have radio, you have Monopoly. You have Monopoly, you're good.
You have Monopoly.
You have a life.
You do have to make eye contact. I know. It's fucking crazy, but you do have to make eye contact.
Yeah, and that may be a bit tough sometimes. But
I do have a bunch of comics. I do have a shitload of books. Do I even start the Game of Thrones series? I don't know.
Oh, do you have... Is that like cue for you?
I have the first book of Game of Thrones.
Ooh, I heard it's fucking pretty dynamite.
I heard it is too. I just finished the Dark Tower series, which was like 4,000 pages. So like, I didn't want to get into another epic series. But if I am locked in my room in the dark all day, I may
start.
I may break it open because tomorrow's plan is to take practice GMATs, and they're internet only. So if I don't have it, Game of Thrones may very well be on.
So that's a book series. I thought it was just a TV show.
No,
ignorant me.
No,
clearly
the fifth book just came out. Yeah,
I have a couple of friends who swear by that series.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
Who also swear by I swear by Dexter. So watch Dexter,
which is also a book series.
Yes, True Blood I like a lot, which is also a book.
Yep, very gay book series. But I can't get into that show, man.
Really?
I don't like it. I've watched.
I have a little soft spot, a little fascination with vampires and the occult.
Mm-hmm.
I just always had before this even came about. And so, like, I'm, like, really drawn to it. Like, for example, like, when it comes to, like, something like the Twilight series.
Yep.
Where they have vampires who can actually like walk in the day, and their skin glows in the sunlight. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
At least, True Blood is real in the sense that it follows the protocol.
The vampire rules. Yeah.
It follows what a vampire should be like, and it follows like you can't be asleep at night. You drink blood.
You have to be invited.
Human blood. You have to be invited in. You are constantly at war with the Lycans, which are werewolves.
Yep.
At least it follows the rules.
Yeah, I did
you know what I
really
mean.
like Daybreakers, though. I thought that was a good movie.
Daybreakers. Is that the Alaska one?
No, it was with the guy who played the Green Goblin, the older guy in the in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He was also in.
I know who he is.
Okay, yeah. I thought that was a very good movie, but that's beside the point. I don't know. That's one of those shows that my girlfriend loves and I watch because she wants to watch it, but there's no character I actually like other than who's the gay black guy? Lafayette. I love Lafayette. That's the only character I like on the whole show.
What I like about the show is very far-fetched, and they have a lot of shapeshifters, and they have they brought a whole lot of other elements of the show, but at least they stick true to what a vampire, a Lycan.
I do like that they're not doing the whole Twilight bullshit.
Like to what that is, obviously it's all fantasy bullshit, but like there's a certain guidebook, certain rules that you follow about. Like if you're a vampire, this is what makes you a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Lycan, this is what makes you a fucking werewolf, etc., etc. So like I feel at least that show respects, if you will, the boundaries of
the
what
rules.
Makes those countries.
You gotta have rules. You gotta have rules.
You know what I mean? Like, so like I do like that show. I don't know about any other show, but actually, I'm watching like I was saying earlier. I'm watching Breaking Bad. There's really nothing funnier if you want some comic relief and you also like some of the like the copy kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You should watch Psych, and if you can't watch Psych, which because I've watched all the seasons, watch Chuck. It's also a good show.
Well, those are Psych anyway is one of my next two shows. I think I'm going to do Breaking Bad before Psych. I'm canceling my Netflix streaming this week, which sucks because Psych is on it. But I'm not paying $8 a month for their bullshit service. I'm just not.
There's a lot of good shit on TV. People like to knock TV, but like if you actually sit down and actually like choose the shows that you want to watch, there's actually some quality gems out there that
it's actually too much. But
I'm saying like there's a lot of TV out there, but like if you want to watch like a good show, like for example, like with Psych.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're an '80s child, if you were like raising if you're my age, between the ages of like
28,
30,
35.
like 30 and 36, right? You'll get the inside jokes. Like you'll get like when they reference "Color Me Bad" or like just some bullshit like Bubba DeVoe like kind of bullshit like
right.
Like it's very kind of like swept under the rug because it's not really focused in on. But like you'll get the jokes, and that's what makes the show brilliant for people like people that are who are our age. All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna take off. I think I gotta go home before the storm gets worse.
Yeah, well, I mean, we want to get home before you get blown away. So I guess that's about it for this week. We'll be back next week.
Hey, man, thank you for having me again.
Hey, it's good to have you back.
When I come back, I'm gonna do my list again. I'm going to be back on Leon Form.
The much anticipated douchebag list from 13 months ago.
So, dude, I do a lot of travel. I'm constantly out of the country, so like it's. I apologize for not coming over here with the list, but c'est la vie.
Well, we'll have it soon. Well, we were guaranteed next episode, right?
Yes, absolutely. Call me on it.
All right. Well, so we will have our douchebag.
And by the way, folks, it's Eileen, not Eileen.
That is true. At Astoria Bandito on Twitter. At Nick of Sanity is my Twitter. Leave us a review on iTunes and join the Facebook group. BrinkofSanityShow.com is the website, and we will be back shortly with more things, more voices for you to listen to through your headphones or speakers.
Peace out.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. You better go away. I'm gonna leave you.
Yeah, that's nice.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Just leave me alone. Feels so good to say goodbye. I'm sick and tired and I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, 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 everybody.
You think anybody would get all those clips?
I think I could get about 80% of those.
I wonder if anybody can get all of them. If you can get
Is that
all
you?
those-
You mean?
Well, obviously me, 'cause it's from my iTunes, but I would be very curious to see if anybody's listening to this and they can get all those bonus prize to you. I will send you something in the mail.
No, I'll pitch in for the prize.
All right. Well, send me at least the group. You don't need the song name, but at least the group for every clip in that.
Oh, boo! It's gonna be complete.
Yeah, you want to do a group end song?
You gotta be complete.
I think if you know the group, you probably know the song. Do the group end song. Fuck it. We'll send you something. Something nice.
Something very nice.
You'll love it.
I just hope you like wine.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.